So you know what they say, scared money don't make money. And based on the Cowboys' top 30 visits so far, they might be gearing up to pull off a very risky gamble in round number 1. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mauricio Rodriguez here at A to Z Sports Dallas. We've been talking a whole lot about the number 12 overall pick, and we've discussed Mel Kiper Jr. mocking Omarion Hampton to the Cowboys 3 consecutive times. We've talked about how badly the team needs a wide receiver and why I'm looking at Ted McMillan and Matthew Golden as the likeliest choices at first round. However, the Cowboys are no strangers to making some risky moves in the NFL draft. I know we don't really describe them as risk takers when it comes to their head coaching hires or their free agency approach. But in the NFL draft, sometimes they're willing to take some swings with discounted players. And based on their top 30 visits so far, we know 16 of the 30 of them, they might be about to do it again, and they might even do it in the first round, not the second, which is where they usually take these swings. And I'm saying that because Ian Valentino, who is one of the NFL draft analysts for A to Z Sports, recently put together a list of the 5 riskiest players in the 2025 NFL draft class. And out of those 5, 2 of them have been scheduled for visits with the Cowboys. They happen to be defensive linemen, the both of them, and one has even drawn some comparisons to Aaron Donald, and that would be Ole Miss Walter Nolan, who is considered a risk because of some character concerns, including the fact that he was in 6 schools in 7 years, and some people have wondered about why that is. Nolan's stock has been everywhere from the second round to the first round, and the reason is pretty simple. While those character concerns exist, just take a look at this description from Ian Valentino. There are moments when watching Walter Nolan on the field brings to mind the dominance of Gerald McCoy or Aaron Donald. At 296 pounds, his speed and agility are striking, often making him appear smaller as he changes directions with an unusual quickness. Teams are banking on these standout traits. Personally, I think the Cowboys wouldn't entertain Nolan at number 12, mostly because they just signed Ozo Odighizuwa to an $80 million deal. But if Nolan, for any reason, ends up sliding to number 44 overall, or even they trade down or something in the first round, then I think Walter Nolan would be in the mix in an effort to really boost the defensive line. But I just don't see it happening at number 12. But the fact that he is a top 30 visit says a lot about the fact that they're into him and they are looking into the possibility. Another player that has been very polarizing is Shemar Stewart for very different reasons, but he is considered a risky player because while he has elite traits that you can work with to develop a top-tier edge rusher, people wonder if he has those traits, if he has that arm length and that power and that athleticism, why didn't he have production in college? According to Ian Valentino, Stewart is one of 3 edge rushers in the past 25 years, and that includes Myles Garrett and Mario Williams, to run a sub-4.7 40-yard dash, jump at least 40 inches, and achieve a broad jump of at least 17 inches. This is an athletic freak that we're talking about. And yet, 4.5 career sacks, lower than average pressures, and an unusually high percentage of missed tackles. But you know how NFL teams operate. They want a shot at developing these kind of athletes, right? They get excited about the mere idea of it. So they might consider Shemar Stewart in the first round. And the fact that they're hosting him for a visit is very revealing as well. Again, I don't think the Cowboys will go defense in the first round. I think the need for wide receiver is the likeliest thing they'll address, but something to watch out for in the first round of the draft. So let's stay tuned. Let me know in the comments. What would you think if the Cowboys pick one of these guys?